Is not good. 3 defeats from 3 away games. Al Nasr at home, though, mixture of everything. 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Al Dhafra kicking from right to left. Al Nasr from left to right in their familiar blue and white strip. Ball already sent down the left-hand side, trying to find Mohamed El Khaloui, who will be the main outlet, you would think. Well, one of them up front for Al Dhafra this evening. Ramirez trying to win the ball back for Al Nasr. It will be the throw to the away side. There he is, the Argentinian. Spent last season with Al Jazeera, then moved over to Al Nasr. Isn't perhaps getting the run of games that he wants, but tonight, like so many players, is a great opportunity. Here's MD8 now. Al Dhafra know the danger that he can cause on that occasion. It's nicked off him by Jobson. And Goodmanson tries to move the ball forward. Pushing down the pitch again, trying to find El Khaloui. Sultan to Gustavo. Glauber out for Al Nasr. "26 league games in the history books between these two sides. Al Nasr have won 13 of them, 10 draws. Al Dhafra with just the 3 wins in the league against their opponents this evening. In fact, Al Nasr are one of the teams that they have scored most against in the league. 3 teams that Al Nasr have scored 51 goals so far against: Al Wasl, Al Jazeera and Al Dhafra. Is a very different Al Dhafra side coming into this. They've got 12 points already in the league this season. This is their highest tally after 7 rounds of the league of any season, as we just watched them defending the ball. Oh, it's almost a Calamity in the back. Oh, it's a block on the line there, and what looked like a simple cross to be collected by Al Sayed in the goal for Al Dhafra nearly turned into a calamity. Well, it was Amisenku. Again, he's there, and it's gone in this time. And well, Al Dhafra are the masters of their own downfall. They had a warning about 60 seconds before, not clearing the ball away effectively enough, and they've been punished already. And the home support delighted to see Al Nasr score what has turned out to be a bit of a rare goal this season. Jonathan Santos gets the goal, and he'll be delighted to get one. We look again, MD8 with the ball on the left-hand side, just getting to the byline, and it almost looks like an own goal, you'd have to say. Just see it from this angle. Defensive foot pokes in there. I don't know if Santos did get anything on the ball. We'll see who it is credited to, but Nasr fans and team won't be that bothered as long as they are a goal up here. The worst possible start to the game for Al Dhafra, but can they strike back almost immediately here? Here's the captain now. Plenty of players up, moving around. It falls almost into the path of Goodmanson to fire on the Al Nasr goal already. And we've had an exciting opening 5 minutes or so, haven't we? the end already. It's already end-to-end stuff here. You feel like there's a lot of goals that could possibly be scored. Here's MD8 again for Al Nasr. Ndiaye. It's caught under his own feet. He tries to win it back, but doesn't quite. Frenetic start to the game. A disastrous start for Al Dhafra. Had just seen it at the back. Messi Meku in defence and Amjad Al Sayed in goal. Really not communicating very well. They were perhaps still a bit shaken by the near miss. Didn't realise the impending danger that came about 30 seconds later. Goalkeeper for Al Nasr now has to clear away hastily. Free kick to Al Nasr. Cleared away by Lima, up to Mires. Hits it down nicely to the path of Traore. Now MD8 on this left-hand side. Chooses not to advance forward, just keeps possession. Now it has fallen kindly into the path of Traore, but he goes down. It's out for a corner, our first corner of the game. Comes punched away definitively by the goalkeeper that time. What a start to the game. Nasr will be absolutely delighted. It's just pure pressure really from Al Nasr in the opening 3 or 4 minutes to create that opportunity. They were helped a little bit by the problems at the back from Al Dhafra. Already going over to have to look at the challenge. We're looking for here, is there a possible penalty? That pull on the shirt of Ramon Mires is pretty clear to see. Ezekiel, is it enough for the referee already to give a penalty? It's interesting. VAR officer this evening, Igor Junior de Oliveira, clearly thinks Sultan Mohamed Salah needed to come over and look at this. I think this might be worse news for Al Dhafra here. And it is a penalty. What a start here for Al Nasr. Messi Meku, one of the players who can't believe it. Yaslem as well, walking around in a bit of a daze, shell-shocked here. Al Dhafra in the opening, what, 10 minutes? And regardless of whether this goes in or not, this is pretty much all Dhafra's doing by themselves. No need really for that shirt pull, a bit too blatant. Just can't do that these days. There are cameras everywhere. VAR is watching, let alone the referee. Captain for Al Nasr, Milivojevic, has the ball under his arm. Dhafra protesting, but that will be in vain. The decision will stand. Milivojevic for his first league goal for Al Nasr this season. Can he double Al Nasr's lead in the opening 11 minutes? The Al Maktoum Stadium. And he does very comfortably as well. Very calmly done. And in the blink of an eye, Al Dhafra, who have impressed this season, are 2 goals down. Al Nasr looking to get their first win in their last 6 games. Clear cut, really, isn't it? Ezekiel Dumonvi really can play having a shirt like that. Great finish, sent the keeper the wrong way. 2-0 to Al Nasr. Terrific result for Al Nasr. If they do go on to win this, it would move them from 10th place up to 7th, which would just be a point behind Al Dhafra. 11 points, Al Dhafra have 12. Morally as well, for Al Nasr after such a long run without winning a game. Dhafra coming into this after a good 2-1 win against Dibba. Nasr's last result was a 0-0 draw with Al Jazeera. Long way to go, of course, and Al Dhafra really do have a lot of weaponry. They won't panic. I hope they won't panic. They have been at the back a little bit. They won't panic in terms of the clock. The mission ahead of them. They know they can get back into this, but it is an uphill struggle already. A few attacks here. Meku back to his goalkeeper, Syed. Raja. About the 12 points so far for Al Dhafra this season. It's their highest tally ever. They've been in the top division after 7 rounds, and it was in fact the total of points they got the last time they were in the top division, 22-23 season, when they were relegated. Deep cross to the back post. It's attempted to be fed into the path of a Al Dhafra striker. Didn't quite reach them on that point, but the ball is still there. Yasalam moves the ball on. It's nicked away from them for the corner. Kalui here really is the main goal threat on the pitch for Al Dhafra. Dai with the tackle. Captain Johan goes over to take it. strike back. Reply now would be a real boost. Delivery, and there is a header. It's not strong enough. They'll get the chance to put it in the danger area again. This time it's headed away by Al Nasr. Still haven't cleared it. Thought about the shot there, instead tries to go for the cross. Louis thought about the spectacular there for a second, didn't he? Been worth a go. Jobson is down, touching the back of his head. He's going to clash with the goalkeeper. There's the Nasr skipper in the air. That is arm to the side of the face. Rabja is going to go long, trying to find El Khaloui. And on this occasion, Gustavo was there. Messi Meku. He's again. Jobson seems to have recovered from that blow to the side of the face. El Khaloui. Ball backwards, but it's going to come forwards again. Now El Khaloui trying to get onto that one. The tackle was missed. He's got a chance to cross it as well. And a rebound. And now there's an opportunity just to try and slip it under the Al Nasr defender. But Mohamed Ismail in goal. Tamimi was wise to that one. It's a shot on target at least. And Sultan just missing that tackle. Get the connection he wanted. Allowed El Khaloui to continue his run. Get a cross in. Here's Mirdes, has the ball taken off him. Space on the right hand side for Al Dhafra, cutting inside. Quick play here from Al Dhafra up front. Al Nasr have got back in numbers. It's due, he has a go. It's not a bad one as well. Just hung back, didn't he? That's a really good effort. Wrapped his foot around it there, Rostam Dju. From Cameroon, his UAE citizenship as well. Little bits of positivity like that just increase the confidence of the away side. The score though is 2-0 to Al Nasr. Early goal from Santos after a bit of confusion at the back for Al Dhafra. Officially going down as an own goal. From this man, Rostam Dju. Here it is again. He'll be wanting to make amends, certainly. Second goal from the penalty spot. Captain Milivojevic. They've responded well. Now, Dhafra certainly, since the second goal went in, seen too much of Al Nasr coming forward, and misplaced pass from Mirez there. A bit of joy down this right-hand side, certainly. Serafim sends the ball in. It's a good cross, but it's headed into the air by Gustavo. Throw on that occasion for Mota. It's been entertaining. First 21 minutes here at the Al Maktoum Stadium. Al Nasr 2, Al Dhafra 0. Just going to pause play. There's a road ball on the pitch. Continue. Start with 2 wins in a row. Al Nasr, perfect record, but no wins since then. The last 5, total of 8 points from 7 games up to this point. It was 5 less than the same stage last season, and also goal scoring has been the real problem. 2 goals already here. It's such a boon for Slavica Jokanovic and his Al Nasr staff. 6 goals up to this point compared to 18 that they'd scored after 7 games last season. Battle down this right-hand side for Al Nasr. Supremacy down here, but so far he's being thwarted mostly by the Al Dhafra defence. Here is again, Santos. That's right. Gustavo. Puts the ball forward, trying to find Mirez, but he's shrugged off the ball by Messi Meku. Since that second goal in, Igedi for Al Nasr hasn't touched the ball. It's a start. When he gets on the ball, things do certainly start to happen for Al Nasr. As I say that, here he is now. Get him on the ball more. There he is on his left-hand side. He will start to drift more central as the game wears on, especially if there are a couple of goals to the good. Pressure there, so got the ball back and they go all the way back to their goalkeeper to touch. what they came to see, certainly, and certainly he must be delighted inside. The line, finally Monvi. Support from El Khloui here. Monvi trying to squeeze his way through two blue shirts. Didn't get away with it. Dying was there to tidy up, trying to get it straight away up to Mires, who's fouled. Rabja, it was a bit more than just a simple coming together. Very high boots as well, wasn't there? Both players could be feeling a little bit aggrieved. Settle down after that frenetic opening 10 or 11 minutes. Sides are a bit more even possession now, but here come Al Dhafra. Here's the captain, Gudmundsson. Little chipped cross with his right foot, but there's nobody there really for Al Dhafra. Went over the head of El Khloui. Susi, in fact, who's playing further forward. They win a free kick. Very good position. Tug of the shirt, Zayed Sultan. Not much, but enough if you're an Al Dhafra fan. This is a threatening position. Lots of options here. As you can see, they're lining up to take this one. It is within range, certainly. Tamimi in the goal will be well aware. Any number of players from Al Dhafra could have a crack here. And Messi Meku is most likely to have a go. Who he is. Three in the wall. Khloui moves away. Captain Gudmundsson is still there overseeing things. Going to be a Messi Meku. It is. He tries to squeeze it through the wall, but the wall does its job. Still, sustained pressure here from Al Dhafra. Can they make it count? And they've won another free kick. Slam this time going down. Zayed Sultan, he's giving away free kicks for free here. Needs to be careful. Cheap ones like that. He's going to give them away. A yellow card sooner or later. He probably knows that. And this time, Messi Meku is making way for the captain, Gudmundsson. Left-footed delivery. It's a good one. It's a deep one. Bounces over the heads of the Al Dhafra players and a chance for Al Nasr to break. They are doing so. Here's Traore. So the ball is taken off him by Rostamju. Salam. Ball forward. Otter in defence, but Woodson picks it up for Al Dhafra again. Jobson. Oh, it's a long-range effort that skidded across the grass, and Tamimi had to be alive to that. Just seemed so far out to have a decent opportunity, but I think there's also a mixture of cross and shot. And as it started to bounce off the grass, it started to go towards that near post. It's a very good save in the end. The corner, though, not quite as good. Toure trying to walk the ball out for Al Nasr. Hits the referee. Lima now. Long ball trying to find Mires. Gets it to MD8, but tackle comes in hard and fast. No time on the ball at all for the Al Nasr strike team at the moment up front. Back to Jobson. Is he going to have another go? He is. Strikes it so cleanly, Jobson. Could have been awkward. Defensive lunge. Tamimi was pleased to see that one drift out, but it will be another corner for Al Dhafra. Have responded so well to going 2 goals down, but they do need to get something back, you would think, before half-time. Here's the captain. Punched away by the keeper. As far as due. Into the danger area, in the air again, should bounce harmlessly out for the goal kick. Form has been fairly poor. They've lost 5 of their last 9 here. The Al Maktoum Stadium, Al Nasr, which is the same number of defeats as in the previous 28 games before that. They were a bit of a bastion here. In recent times, it's become a bit looser. Oh, a terrific run in those 28 games. They won 17, drew 6, lost just 5. This season it has been more difficult, and the back end of last season as well. We have a yellow card. Chirabja is predictably not happy about. On we go. Gustavo tries to chip it over the top, but it's way beyond Sultan and Jonatas. Some high pressure up for Al Nasr. Eventually, Nasimeku boots it up field, falls to the feet of MD8. Tries to find Ndaya. That's a lovely bit of control from Al Dhafra, and they bring the ball forward. Glauber Lima had his eye on it defensively, snuffed that out. And here's Milivojevic. He loses out as well to Gudmundsson. Taking charge of midfield at the moment. Also kicked off this evening. Dibba against Al Wada, and that's 0-0 at the moment. Al Wada, one of only 2 teams yet to be beaten this season. They're in second place. Dibba struggling, not won a game. Just 2 points, 3 points on the board if they can hold Al Wada to a draw this evening. Still to come tonight, Sharjah, who are struggling as well. Uncharacteristically, they're down in 11th. They take on Banias, bottom of the table. 1 point, no wins. Talk about struggling. And tomorrow, Kalba take on Al Batay. Al Wasl, the champions of 2 seasons ago, are at home against Ajman, and the match of the week is an Abu Dhabi Classico. Al Ain, the leaders, unbeaten at home, unbeaten all season, taking on the ADIB Cup holders, Al Jazeera. That will be a bit of a grandstand game tomorrow at 7:30. Already yesterday, Shabab Al Ahly, the reigning league champions, beating Corsican on just the 1-0. Very tight. It's also been so stop-start this season with international breaks for FIFA World Cup qualifiers. This round 8 is in a bit of no man's land. We've just come out of some international qualifying periods. After this round, we stop club football again for the Arab Cup. The UAE is taking part in. The UAE, of course, heartbroken at the moment, having now officially gone out of the FIFA World Cup qualification process in the hands of Iraq over 2 games last week. Al Batay were just, Al Dhafra were just creeping into the penalty area there, almost sight unseen. Nobody was really picking them up. Susi on that one. That delivery comes in. It's another good opportunity. Goes straight over the bar. Al Tamimi is furious with his defence. Again, Susi making a nuisance of himself twice in the space of about 30 seconds. A short corner was taken. Lovely bit of skill to cut inside. Susi predicted what the ball would be from Jobson, right in front of goal. I think he'll be thinking, Susi could have done a lot better. It seems harder to have missed the target than to have scored. Getting closer though for the Al Dhafra fans. Still, Al Nasr lead by 2-0. Own goal from Rostan Jul after just 4 minutes, and then Milivojevic scoring from the penalty spot on 12 minutes. Shots on target so far for Al Dhafra. Al Nasr just the one. They've got 2 goals. Sultan clearing the ball away, unable to find Jonatas though. Al Dhafra will get the ball back. Kaloui takes it quickly. Santos battling away for the ball. Wanted to pick it up, but there'd already been a foul. It's so difficult for all of the club players who don't go away on international duty to keep themselves up and ready and lively for these matches. It's been a few weeks since we've played club football. It's going to be another gap again after this game. Al Nasr do at least have the second leg of their ADIB Cup quarter-final against Shabab Al Ahly. They'll play that in 8 days' time. But after this, Al Dhafra got another 4 weeks until they play any competitive football again. Neres shrugging off those challenges and keeping the ball, but not entirely. El-Khalouei heading inside. Sultan saw the eyes of El-Khalouei, who wanted a shot. Is he going to get another bite of the cherry? Cuts it inside, this time to Jobson, who goes down. The referee instantly says, get on your feet. Nasr, captain, saying there was a bit of play acting going on there. The referee's just saying, well, none of that, thank you. Certainly was very minimal contact there with Jobson. Put it mildly. Interestingly, the cooling breaks that we've had since the beginning of the season, one in the first half and one in the second half. We haven't had one in this first half, have we? Interesting. It does feel very warm still. Players have to wait till half-time. Dhafra, though, would love to get to half-time, at least with one goal back. But we're just going to pause. Jonatas has hit the ground. Looking at Rabja here, who is on a yellow card already. Depends on what the challenge was. I think the referee's going to have a word with him. Oh, that is a very, very high boot, isn't it? Muhsin Rabja. As you see, Santos battling for the ball. High boots. There's a well, there's something to discuss there. The assistant referee has come over as well to have a word. Rabja with his arms out innocently, but I do wonder if he might be in a bit more trouble than he thought. He's already on a yellow card. Referee is now coming over to take this more seriously. He's going to have a good chat with the assistant. The VAR is getting involved as well. It was a very high boot. Are they considering it dangerous play? Rabja going to get away with this one. I don't think he is. He's off. His second yellow card. And although he's protesting, Muhsin Rabja, I have to say that replay looked pretty clear-cut to me. And I think when he sees it himself, he perhaps doesn't think it at the moment in the heat of the game. But when he does look at it, I don't think the referee had much of a choice to make here. It was at least a yellow card for that one high foot, which has to be a red card. It's his second yellow of the game after 44 minutes, and Al Dhafra's first half has been pretty bad. Look at how high that is. I think it even connected. I think the studs of his boot, yeah, connected as well with Jonatas. This is the angle. Such a high boot. It does connect with his arm and shoulder. Goes down clutching the side of his face. Just don't see what option the referee had. Rabja and Al Dhafra go down to 10. He still hasn't left the pitch yet. He's not helping his own cause here. Even if he's asking the referee to check the screens, I don't think he really does want the referee to check the screens, because it'll cement the decision even more, I would say. He just needs to sort of take it on the chin, go and sit down and let the game continue. Referee's not going to change his mind now. After the game, you can protest and go to the FA and whoever, committees, and say, look, I don't think it was right, but right now, is now off the pitch. Al Dhafra 2 goals down and a man down. Will Zeljko Petrovic try and make a change now, or just try and get to half-time? We've already had over a minute of time added on. The drama, I didn't see how much is to be added on officially. He's still loitering, he doesn't want to go yet. But I do think when he does see the replay, he will understand why Sultan Mohamed Salah had to show him the yellow card. Well, drama certainly in the first half of the Al Maktoum Stadium, and if you're a home supporter, it's all positive. They've scored twice, and now they're facing a weakened opposition with 45 minutes to go. Here's Zayed Sultan now for Al Nasr. Jonatas. Here's the ball straight into touch. Well, it's 7 minutes officially are being added on. Would have been a lot less until that challenge from Rabja. Plenty to talk about at half-time, certainly. Still 0-0 between Diba and Al-Wada. Tonight for Al Nasr would lift them up to 7th on 11 points, just 3 points of 4th place, which is where Al Wasl, their great Dubai rivals, sit at the moment. Here comes a chipped ball, booted away though by Al Nasr, right up to the halfway line. Menisevic doesn't quite control it properly. Messi Meku rather. But now Al Dhafra win it back. El Khaloui can't control the clearance, and it's out for the throw on the halfway line. Here's Lima to Gustavo. Almost walking the ball up to the halfway line. Al Dhafra now sitting off. They are going to have to rethink their game plan. It's going to be a lot more defensive. Going to have to be counter-attacking football, you'd think, for the second half for Al Dhafra. They're more than capable of it, but has been made harder. Here's Jonatas. Leaves the ball for Zayed Sultan to take the throw. Back to Gustavo, back to Lima. Motor on his left-hand side, here he is. Very compact now that Al Dhafra have had to snap into defensive mode. Not many gaps now for Al Nasr to work with. Eddie Gaedi, even his skills would be finding it tough to find a way through. Here's Gustavo. Sultan. Jonatas. Back to Gustavo, trying to lure the Al Dhafra players out and create some gaps. The wayside so far, not falling for it. Here's Gaedi. Milivojevic. Gaedi just, well, you would think in a challenge between Gaedi and Jobson, it would be Gaedi who'd come out worse off, but not so on this occasion. To the last minute of time to be added on here in this first half. Ju trying to keep the ball for Dhafra, loses out though. He's going to go out for the throw. Jonatas will probably leave that for Zayed Sultan to come and take for probably the last action of this first half. Long throw, almost brought down by Gaedi. Gudmundsson trying to head the ball away, but the referee says that is enough after a dramatic first 45 minutes, certainly here at the Al Maktoum Stadium. Rostan Jewel unwittingly an own goal put Al Nasr ahead after 4 minutes. And a man advantage as well as they start the second half here. Can Al Dhafra get themselves back in it? They have to score the next goal if there is to be one to have any chance. Al Nasr now kicking from right to left. Dhafra from left to right. Really too many efforts on goal for Al Tamimi in the Al Nasr goal to deflect away. Did have to make one good save from a long-range effort from Jobson. Sort of bounced across the turf. Made things very awkward for the Al Nasr goalkeeper. Apart from that, though, it's been fairly comfortable stuff for him. We'll hope that his evening continues in that vein. Changes for Al Nasr at the break. Here's Galal Lima, captain, scoring his first goal. Mehdi Gaedi now moved a bit more central, and that's what he can do. Deliver balls like that. Santos with the shot. Gets a good save from Al Sayed. Jonatas gets the ball back again. But it is taken off him and now booted to safety. Only as far as Motto tries to head it back in. It comes off the head of Jobson. And then Motto goes down. To the challenge of Susi. Susi, Morocco and Belgium. Just see the chance for Jonatas here. Had to take it first time, struck it well. Goalkeeper was in the right position. A strong right instep onto it. Cleared it away. It's going to be busy tonight in this second half, you feel? Just goes to get some obligatory medical help off the side before he's allowed back on. Gaedi restarts the game. Milivojevic back to Gaedi. Gaedi will now have a real roaming role, which makes life even harder for Al Dhafra. It makes life hard for any defence. He starts to control things. Here he is. He wants the ball all the time. He wants to make things happen. To play with his captain. trying to force the ball down the right-hand side to Jonatas, cut out that time. Here's Gustavo. Vojovic. Gustavo and Lima here, the centre-back pairing. They've struck up a really, really good partnership between them. Conceded 7 goals so far this season between them. Conceded more than they had scored up until tonight. Scored 8, conceded 7. Vojovic, intricate play, come away with the ball. Gustavo to Nasr. To force the issue, Dhafra, they're going to have to do a bit of pressing. They're going to have to judge when they press as well, because they are going to leave gaps at the back. And here comes MD8. He's muscled off the ball on that occasion, though. Messimeku seems to be twice the size of MD8, using his physicality to get the better of MD8 at that occasion. Just his first touch there, Gaedi just took it away from him, allowed the Dhafra defence to get ahead of him. He is going to be threatening that throughout this second 45 minutes. Jobson trying to bring the ball away for Dhafra, a bit of space on the left-hand side. Jobson gets it back. Real outlets, has to go forwards. El Kaloui be able to add to his 11 goals. Well, he won't if he gives the ball away like that. Mirez snatches it away from him. Zayed Sultan into the captain, looks up, wants to fire it early towards MD8. Goes down the right hand side. Jonatas is already getting a bit more joy down the right flank. Vojovic into Ndiaye, centre of the pitch. Glauber Lima moving up higher. Ndiaye, Lima, Mota. Gustavo. Dhafra players trying to get behind the ball, but it's broken kindly for Sultan, who slips it through, and that's the third one for Al Nasr. It's the perfect start for the second half for Al Nasr, and the game is certainly slipping away from Al Dhafra. Well, they conceded within 4 minutes of the first half, and they've conceded within 6 of the second. Lovely little bit of interplay, the little flick from Gaedi, Vojovic, Sultan, Ndiaye, Gaedi, back to Sultan, little flick of the right boot. The reverse pass there from Gaedi, having him central like that, already unlocking the Al Dhafra defence. Gaedi started on the left-hand side in the first half, but already in this second half, see the difference it makes when he is central to everything that Al Nasr are trying to create. He's created the first goal of this second half and their third of the evening. We though just waiting to be told if we've spotted anything. Oh, he has here. Well, goal won't count. It's a bit of an offside. Still, now Al Dhafra can breathe a little bit easier. Feel that they are going to be under threat for most of this second half. Zayed Sultan thought he'd got his first goal of the season. You can just see there, Jonatas, his right foot is just offside. Jorginho de Oliveira in the VAR bunker telling our referee, Mr. Salah, that goal doesn't count, but we're going to have more chances. Gaedi trying to pass the ball to the far side of the goal. Syed picking it up and trying to turn defence into attack. Gustavo with an important little header to Motta. Clears it down the line towards Gaedi. Headed back to the path of Gudmundsson, the Al Dhafra skipper tonight. Can they strike back? The reprieve of not conceding a third goal. Is that going to work with a bit of reverse psychology in Al Dhafra's favour? Make more changes, as you can see. Rangel and Benedini are going to be coming on very soon. Petrovic has seen enough already in this second half to want to make more changes, but he's going to wait for this corner to be taken. In it comes from Gudmundsson, headed away by Gustavo, brought down brilliantly by Torre. He's going to break away here. He's got support from Gaedi on the left. He's got Mires and Jonatas on the right. Here is Mires for his first goal of the new season. Oh, he's hit the post! The Argentinian thought he was going to get off the mark for this season. He rattled the bar. See what Al Dhafra are having to do. They're having to commit men forwards when they are in attack. They have to, especially for dead ball situations like that. But it leaves gaps at the back. Here's Milivojevic. He's going to chip the ball in. Mires around the back post. It falls kindly. Oh, it's a terrific close-range save there. The shot from Jonatas, saved by Al Sayed at point-blank range. Danger not over. So there has been an infraction there. Jonatas that time thought he must have scored. Mires thought he must have scored just before that as well. Let's take a look at the breakaway first. Torre had two to choose from on the right-hand side. Mires takes it over, hits it with absolute venom. It ricochets off the post, and then just a minute later, Jonatas, that was on target. A strong left arm from Al Sayed, and now the two changes can happen. Monvi is one of the players who has gone off. It's back underway. It's frenetic stuff so far, isn't it? El Kalouri. It's the top scorer available to Al Dhafra tonight. He's gone off. There it is, falling backwards, trying to get the return pass to Torre. So Rangel is on, Benedini is on. Make a big difference to Al Dhafra. Survived a scare. The ball was in the back of the net from Zayed Sultan. And they're going to give the ball away like that, they're going to make life difficult for themselves. Benedini, the substitute, giving it back to Al Nasr. Here it is, fighting for the ball for Al Nasr. Sultan going down under a strong challenge. Stanjul, he's going to get a yellow card. It was his unfortunate own goal that got Al Nasr off the mark after the 4th minute. He's tried everything he could since then to get his side back on level terms. Bit of frustration. A wild challenge, that one. Yellow card.
bad, coach, yeah? This is not good.
Milivojevic. Alba Lima. Savisa Jokanovic, the Al Nassr boss, yet to make a change. Here's Toure looking up. Who's he going to aim for? It's a good header. It's another good save. In fact, I think it's a defensive header. Virtually off the line. Jonatas this time with the header. Serafim on the goal line. It's a good leap from Jonatas, and look at the change in direction there from Serafin just to get his body back round and headed away. It's all hands to the pump for Al Dhafra at the back, but so far in the second half at least, they haven't conceded. MD8 though is going to take the corner for Al Nassr. Headed into the air and out for another corner by Jobson. Eddie will go over to the other side. Right-footed outswinger. Again, Jobson gets his head to it first. Then he comes as far. There's Jonatas. Crack from long range, but it's certainly not one of his best. Jobson looking up, flips it forwards. Comes back to Mieres. Gets it under control, but Al Dhafra have it back. It's Jobson again. Captain Goodmanson. To take the sting out of Al Nassr when they start marauding forwards at regular intervals. Dhafra need to just break up that passage of play. Petrovic looks on. Always have hope. The Al Dhafra boss knows the talent is out there. His motto for Al Nassr inside to Gaedi. Lovely little flick inside to his captain. Lovely play from Al Nassr to move the ball on. Here's Toure. Mieres on the overlap in front of him. Here is Mieres. The sliding tackle just caught him out there. I think the Argentinian didn't quite know what to do with the ball. Al Hassani just doing enough. Didn't want to go full in with that tackle, obviously, in the penalty area. Just did enough to put Mieres off. I think it was offside anyway. Ball through. Well, he looks onside to me there, Mieres, right on the halfway line. It's this final pass. Anyway, play goes on. Gustavo here. Back to his goalkeeper. So he's showing some skills. A little drop of the shoulder. It's confidence when your goalkeeper's doing that. Lima. Blows the push on Susi. It's a valuable opportunity again to Al Dhafra. Set pieces. Petrovic will be watching on. He knows that these are critical when they have a chance to get men forward in the box and put a precise delivery where they want it. Cannot waste these opportunities. It's got to end with at least forcing the Al Nassr goalkeeper into a save. He knows that too. Johnson standing over it, but he's not going to take it. It's clipped in very quickly, and there is a header on it from Jobson, but the goalkeeper comfortably gathers it. That would have been judged just offside. There'd been more of a consequence to that header. Milivojevic now back to his goalkeeper. It's into touch though. Apologies from the Al Nasr keeper. It's put unnecessary pressure on his defence. We are going to have another change though, and it's the first one for Al Nasr this evening. Ramon Mieres won't get his first goal for Al Nasr of the season tonight anyway. Doumbia is coming on to replace him. Go straight into attack Doumbia. Like for like swap really. Although Doumbia certainly has the height advantage over Mieres. Gets the ball away, Gustavo to Jobson. Tries to push it out to this right-hand side to Goodmanson. Picks it up, trying to get onto his left foot. Is he thinking about the shot? Hasn't got enough space. Still play continues. This is Rangel. He's going to get onto his right foot. Oh, he couldn't twist it with his boot to curl it into that top corner. Saw what he was trying to do though. Bernardini, sorry. Lima. It's been an entertaining game here at the Al Maktoum Stadium, but Al Nasr lead by 2-0 an own goal from Jules in the 4th minute, and a penalty converted by the captain Milivojevic in the 12th minute. Zayed Sultan thought he'd made it 3-0 early in this second half, but it was ruled out for offside. Al Dhafra are down to 10 men. Muhsin Rabja showing a straight red for a very high boot. Although he'd already got a yellow in the first half, officially the second caution shown to him was a straight red, regardless of that first yellow. It was a dangerous challenge on Jonatas. Next up for Al Nasr, they play again in 8 days' time, the second leg of their quarter-final of the ADIB Cup, the League Cup, against their Dubai rivals Shabab Al Ahly. 2-1 down after the first leg. After that, they have to wait until 21st of December to play again, after the Arab Cup has finished. Away at Al Batay, and they'll be back here in their last game of 2025 on the 28th against Al Ain. That will be a cracking match to watch here. Good atmosphere that will be for Al Dhafra. After this, they've got a 4-week break. Don't play again until the 21st of December themselves. They'll be on the road against their Abu Dhabi rivals Al Jazeera, and they will finish the season on the 29th of December back home at Al Dhafra against another Abu Dhabi club, Banias. Battling away and getting the ball, almost goes through to Doumbia. I think that's going to have to be a free kick. He's protesting. It's another red card. It's another straight red. Amesi Meku this time is off. Was the last man. It was a blatant challenge, and the referee has quickly judged it was a clear goal-scoring opportunity. He was the last man there, Chechnya and Doumbia. It's a clear challenge, a clear foul, and it's a straight red. Despite attempts in this second half, certainly from Al Dhafra, to get a goal back. Surely going down to 9 men is the end of any hopes of them getting back into this one. And Messi Meku protesting his innocence. The Al Dhafra coaching team looking on a little bit stunned by what's happened here this evening. The man from Ghana is well, the latest Al Dhafra player to be sent off this evening. And down to 9 men, they're going to have to defend a very close range free kick with one of the best dead ball maestros in the ADNOC Pro League this season, MD8, standing over it. Messi Meku is still on the pitch. Zayed Sultan there just consoling the Ghanaian and saying, you're going to have to go. We'll talk about it afterwards, but for now, you've got to go. Now Nasr's night has become a little bit easier again. Well, now the referee is now going to go and check VAR. Maybe this may save Messi Meku from being sent off. We're going to check. Here's the VAR bunker there. Hard at work, checking these screens. Igor Junior de Oliveira is in charge down there. Are they checking for a penalty, perhaps? Or are they... I think maybe that is what they're looking for. The challenge certainly started out there. Went down in the box. Maybe that is what they're checking for here. Or are they just trying to see if he was indeed a clear goal-scoring opportunity? The last man in defence. There's all sorts of factors, really, that they have to judge accurately on this one. It's certainly a foul. They're saying there was a little tug by Doumbia back on Messi Meku's shirt, the other way. So much to dissect here. Got the ball under control, Doumbia. Chechnya, yeah, with his right boot as he was being dragged down. Just there, gets a little tap on the ball just to have the last touch before he goes down. This is what they're looking at now. At the moment, the second red card of the evening does stand. But will Sultan Mohamed Salah change the outcome somehow? Certainly contact from the defender, isn't there? Messi Meku. Well, here we go. It's been a long watch and a long conversation. What's the decision going to be? Yeah, it's a penalty. I think it's a penalty. And that was the discussion, even though the challenge started outside the box. It seems to have ended inside the box. Oh no, wrong again. It is still a free kick. The red card stands. As you were. Finally, Messi Meku does leave the pitch. He can go and sit in the changing rooms next to his teammate Rabja. Talk about their pair of red cards this evening. Now, Gaedi, he's had plenty of time to think about what he wants to do here. And he is a magician. He can put the ball pretty much wherever he wants it. This is a worst nightmare scenario for the goalkeeper, Al Sayed. Can things get even worse here for Al Dhafra? 73 minutes on the clock here at the Al Maktoum Stadium. And the wall does its job. Gaedi will get a second bite of the cherry. Oh! He breathes out, does Al Sayed. The Al Dhafra goal. Just the thigh of Jobson. Just didn't get over it enough there. Gaedi, it was dipping, but just needed another yard or so. So they are 2 goals down and 2 men down, Al Dhafra. If they get anything out of this, it'll be quite something, and they're going to have a go. Dini trying to fight for the ball, the substitute. Booted away though by Motta. Jonatas chasing it down and gets it. Doumbia in support. Gaedi wants it as well. Here he is, Mehdi Gaedi, with a bit of space to look up. Flips it over to the left-hand side to Toure. Toure trying to get to the byline, just pushes it too far. Allows the goalkeeper to snatch it off the ground. Another change imminent for Al Dhafra. Fares Salah Al-Kasibi is going to come on as soon as he can. With 2 players sent off, the pitch suddenly looks a lot bigger for Al Dhafra players. If you're an Al Nasr player, it just looks like everyone's got a blue shirt on. Damage limitation will be the name of the game now for the away side. Really, everything, all of the major incidents that have happened here tonight have been Al Dhafra's doing. An own goal, giving away a penalty, and then 2 red cards. And Nasr will take the 3 points, but they've been gifted them. Here's Motta. Back to Lima. Game. Dibba and Wada is still 0-0, which is terrific for Dibba. If they can hang on and get just their 2nd point of the season against Al Wada, who, even if they do finish up with a point, would go top of the table as of tonight. In fact, it is 1-0 to Al Wada. Who else but Omar Kerbin? Goal-scoring machine. So Al Wada are now safely, at least for right now, top of the table, ahead of Al Ain by a point. Al Ain play tomorrow night at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium against Al Jazeera, the Dhabi Classico. Al Dhafra are now making their next change of the evening. Fares Al-Kasibi is on. Facing Abdurrahman Susi. Been here tonight for Al Nasr, should they go on and finish this job off in the next 12 minutes or so. You would find themselves up to 7th, much more healthy for them. Their first win after 5 games without a win. 3rd of the season, 11 points. They would be a point behind their opponents tonight, Al Dhafra. This has certainly been the least convincing performance from Al Dhafra this season. They have been excellent so far. 4 wins, no draws. This would be their 4th defeat, which is much better than most critics had predicted. Their season back in the top flight after promotion from the 1st division last season. But tonight is a night to forget and to learn some lessons, certainly for Al Dhafra, in terms of discipline. And another change. Why not? Al-Harbi is going to come on, and Rostanju is going to come off, despite giving away that opening goal, which he didn't know much about as an own goal. He has been out there trying to make amends as much as he can, but his evening is now finished. And this is it again. This was just after 4 minutes. He didn't know much about it. It looked like Jonatas, the Al Nasr attacker, had got a foot on it, but the replay showed it was indeed Rostanju. Of that 5th and final change for Al Dhafra. Slavisa Jukanovic still could make 4 more changes if he wants to. He's enjoying the positivity of this evening at home. Here's Lima. Ndaye. Out wide to Jonatas. He'd love a goal tonight. Inside to Gaedi, he's going to get on his right foot. No, I didn't catch that right at all. Hooked it away. As soon as he struck it, that wasn't what he was aiming for. Certainly when he gets in striking range, very rarely off target at least. Well, that sums up Al Dhafra's evening. To come tonight, kicking off in just over an hour as we watch a change for Al Nasr. Ran Azarkan, an extremely skillful player, coming on. Things are not getting easier for Al Dhafra. Toure won't add to his 3 league goals this season tonight. Yes, still to come, just over 5 minutes time. Sharjah taking on Banias. Sharjah struggling in 11th. Wins in their last 3. They take on Banias, bottom of the table. No wins at all. Just the 1 point for 1 draw, 6 defeats. Tomorrow, Kauba against Al Batay and Al Wasl against Ajman are the late afternoon kickoffs, and then it is the big one, Al Ain Al Jazeera, in the evening, 7:30 kickoff tomorrow night. Azarkan on the right-hand side. The captain, Vojovic. Lima, no need to really push themselves at all here, Al Nasr. I have to say the job is pretty much done. Got to wind the clock down. If they can get another goal, just to please their fans, they will. Azarkan's going to try, cross it in. It's a good cross as well. They had 3 blue shirts to aim for. Fortunately, there was a defensive header in the way. It's going to keep coming back at them, you feel. Here's Milivojevic to Zayed Sultan. Thought he'd scored the 3rd after 6 minutes of the second half. Ruled out for offside, though. Here's Azarkan. Sultan, twisting and turning. Comfortable for Al Nasr to keep possession at the moment. Just under 7 minutes to go. We'll have quite a bit to add on though. As Ndiaye tries to chip it in towards Doumbia. It's the shot away, but it's well blocked. And out for the goal kick. Throw in for Al Nasr, taken by Motta. That's Gustavo. Lima, Motta, Lima. Space for Zayed Sultan to bring this over the halfway line. Zarkan is waiting there. How about that for a stat? Written probability. Al Dhafra, no chance whatsoever. Lima. Give their fans just a little bit of icing on the cake here at the Al Maktoum Stadium. Just their second win at home this season. Much needed as well. Sultan's going to send the ball in. Brought down by MD8 into the air. Jobson trying to head it away. So difficult. Benedini trying to get something going for Al Dhafra. Gets a free kick at least. Out wide. Down, but it'll be picked up by Milivojevic. Lima clearing away before Benedini could latch onto it for Al Dhafra. Giving it again. Worth a go, certainly. Why not? Up a little bit for him, but didn't really catch it how he wanted to. Dragged it across the floor, if anything. Just bobbled just in front of him before he hit it. Hit the strike that he thought he was going to have. Here's Gustavo. Sultan. Moving forward with Moussa Ndiaye on this right-hand side. Toure rather, back to Sultan, Milivojevic. Jonatas, he switched to this left-hand side now for a while. Trying his luck down here. And unfortunately for him, gives away the free kick. Evenly spread in terms of the wings for Al Dhafra in attack, but nothing to show for it. Slavica Jokanovic is about to get a win. Doesn't look like it, does he? He'll be delighted inside. Absolutely delighted. All up to Benedini, who takes it down really nicely. Thought he was going to be challenged there, and I think he was pleasantly surprised when he could gather the ball quite calmly. Can't really do anything with it, Dhafra. So many blue shirts on the pitch compared to them that there's just no space to feed off. If they are going to get anything in the last couple of minutes, it has to be through a dead ball situation, doesn't it? A free kick, a corner kick, something like that. But it's being too optimistic. Gudmundsson, Icelandic captain, gets the free kick underway, but Benedini had just gone too soon and it's offside. Still leading by a goal to nil at Dibba, leading to the top of the table. Let's stay there if Alain don't get a win tomorrow night against Al Jazeera. Doumbia getting a throw-in for Al Nasr. Zarkan goes over to take it. No rush, of course. Have 4 minutes added on. As you would imagine, both sides would really rather just not play anymore. Here's Lima. Jonatas. Right-footed now on the left-hand side there, Jonatas. He'd want to come inside and have a go with his right foot. The situation arises, might not be enough time for him to have a go though. Here's a Zarkan on the other side. Took his place over there on the right flank. In comes his cross towards Doumbia. Torre. Dai there, rather. Fouling. We are going to have a couple more changes, why not? Austin Amzar, a real talent. He's one to watch, perhaps in future seasons. He's going to come on for a cameo appearance. Takes the place of Motta and also Hussein Sadiq. He's going to get a couple of minutes on the pitch, and he is going to take the place of Musa Mbaye. To stop the game again, we do have another player down, clutching the back of his head. Just saw a clip of Jewel there. That was the touch. It was the own goal that got Al Nasr on their way this evening after 4 minutes. Rostan Jewel. Jonatas almost claimed it, but he knew he couldn't. And then the second goal, that tug on the shirt there of Mires in the box, allowed the captain to step up and calmly slot it home for 2-0. That was after just 12 minutes of the game. Since then we haven't had any more goals. We've had 2 red cards and we've had a disallowed goal for Al Nasr as well. Now we can restart. Jobson is over the ball. derby. He's just going to have to go off for a second before he's officially allowed back on the pitch. Ball drops kindly for Goodmanson, and the captain has, well, he's got the stat of a shot on target at least tonight. Here's Lima. Substitute Hamza to his left-hand side, but looks for the run of Jonatas. Takes the ball nicely on his chest, and the cross is far too strong and deep. Beats everybody. Saint Sadiq gathers it though. But that is enough. It's been a